Good morning, guys. So I'm working on a hat, and I got this one off of Amazon. So it's been on a block kind of all night, and the top is not shaped. So what y'all see me doing right now, I'm sewing a binder on. I'm sewing a binder on, and this hide was off of Amazon. But one thing I noticed, this hide is very short. So honestly, like all of my brims, I like for my brims to be wide for some reason. I just like the wider brims. I don't like the shorter ones, but I hate to start something and not finish it. So, and then the brim was very uneven. So if you guys see, I just put the piece of bias piece going all the way around. So now what I'm about to do is figure on, in my face mask, guys, I use the sugar, lemon, honey, turmeric, a little bit of cinnamon, and vitamin E, a touch of lavender. So I give myself a facial every couple days to remove a lot of the dead skin. So now that I just put that on, so now what I'm trying to figure out is how do I want the top, because the top is not shaped yet, and I don't have a block upstairs. So now I got to figure out how I want to shape it. And then once I figure out how I want to shape it, then the next part is steaming, to go through the steam process. So I'll figure that out, like how I want this block to be shaped. I might turn it into a fedora. So y'all see that? This shape right here. I turn it into a fedora. And to get it to pretty much stay like that, you will have to use steam. Steam will be your best friend. So that's the next step. I'll go and put some steam on it, and then we'll let it dry again. So I'll steam this hat again. Well, I didn't steam it at first, because normally when I first get it, the hat, guys, what I wind up doing is I take them and put them in hot water, and I let them sit on a block overnight to kind of get the felt loosen up and scratched. But I know I can't say that right. I'm not good with the ST words. Y'all know I never was able to say like shrimp, scrape, screep, and they never put me in therapy. They wouldn't give me therapy. It was like, we understand what you're saying, so you didn't get to go to therapy unless you had a really serious disability, because I grew up in the schools in Illinois, and if they could make out what you're saying, there really was like now in the schools they have speech therapy, because my son wound up having a speech impediment, but he went to schools here in Minnesota. So he went outside of school. Like they had some stuff in school, but outside of school I used to take him every 2 weeks to a speech therapist. So he wound up going to a speech therapist, and then he was able to talk much clearer. And then they realized, discovering that D'Angelo had large tonsils and adenoids. So they removed his tonsils and adenoids, and D'Angelo talked it much clearer. Talked it much clearer. So now I just need to steam this hat and figure out which shape I want it to take place. And then when you guys see this hat again, it will be finished. So these bias pieces you could get off of Amazon that you would want to sew around your hat, bias pieces, but you also can use regular fabric too. So I'm going to be buying a couple of these bias, like different colors and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to finish up my coffee, and I just was putting a bias piece on and kind of wanted to show y'all. But yeah, this particular hide, guys, to be honest, I really don't like shorter brims, meaning like this. I like my brim. I love the wide brims. And if I'd have known that this one would be short, but when you're buying a cone, I'm not getting a really good description. So, on Amazon, like Amazon won't be good for buying these because you're not getting a good description. I got another one today coming from Amazon. So I would say for you guys to go on Etsy. Etsy have the really nice felt cones where you could tell that they're bigger. So if you like the bigger brim, pay attention to all that. You can wind up getting a bigger brim and stuff like that. So yeah, pay really good attention to that. So yeah, I'm just going to finish my coffee and then I'm going to determine which way I want to do this hat, and then I'll steam it. And once I steam it, and if I'm going to do the fedora style, I'll steam it, and whatever shape I put in there will lock in there, and then I'll figure out, I'll probably just get a black band. Do I got black? Do I got leather? I'm going to have to look because I've been recycling a lot of old clothes, guys. So if you want to get into hat making, recycle clothes. Recycle clothes. Leather jackets. I took leather jackets and cut it up because I'm using that for the sweatband inside. And I have not been, probably should do it now, but I get this face mask off. So what I've been doing, which is not the way you do it, I just been using a little bit of glue, and I've been gluing the sweatbands in because I'm just starting to make hats, but that's not the way. You know, they literally hand sew it in, but I don't really be wanting to hand sew. I don't know. I never was into hand sewing, but when I was working on this wedding dress, the one I got finished for y'all, you had to hand sew that bias piece on there because it had stones and crystal. There was no way around it. So, but I don't like to hand sew. So, I watched somebody sew it on this sewing machine, but I saw a sewing machine that's on my bucket list, that because hat making is something that I'm gonna do, so that I can uniquely match them up with my outfits. So I am going to need to get that walk-in machine where I could do shoes and all that type of stuff. But the thing is, these new machines you buying, it's a manual one. They're not showing you how to put these machines together. So it don't be a lot of information. Some of this new stuff that's, well, the machine ain't new, but meaning the machine is on Amazon. But you know how normally you could find these videos on how to thread these machines and stuff. Yeah, I bought a sewing machine and it's brand new, and I bought it a long time ago. It's in the garage because I never found and they didn't even send me a book. I don't know if somebody owned it, it was new, and then they wound up getting rid of it. But I don't really even know how to thread the machine, and I don't even know if it's supposed to sit in oil, because like my Juki in the next room, that Juki, that commercial one, that one sits in oil. Like right now is literally put together, sit in oil, but I don't have enough space. And then this thick leather machine that all this stuff is sitting on, that can sew through a bunch of piles. This one don't sit in leather, but it got the leather belt, and it's just all cast iron. So I have a lot of unique old-fashioned sewing machines, but the one in the garage, I never learned how to put it together. It's still brand new. I just shrink wrapped it, and my handy guy drilled a hole, and he put it into a table for me because it's that heavy. It ain't like these little ones I'm using. And he put it into a table for me so that I could be able to, you know, utilize that. So, yeah, so I hope you guys are having an awesome day. And when I get this hat to figure out what, I might do a fedora on here like this. But this shape ain't going to sit real good. I need to steam this felt, and then I get this shape. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Like I said, again, I got this one from Amazon, and it's a shorter hide. And to be honest, I like wider brim. So you guys have an awesome day, and I'll let you guys see when I'm done with it. So you guys have a great day. Toodles. Okay, guys, so we're downstairs, and I'm waiting on this steamer to heat up, but I'm actually going to be getting the real steamer that they literally steam these hats with. Like when I don't know, when I put my mind to do something, I do it, and I go all the way with everything that you will possibly need in order to accomplish that. But guys, have y'all been noticing? I think it's the algorithm, the stuff I watch. So I told my friend, stop sending me videos of people getting hurt. bad stuff happening. Because now all over my, I've watched a lot of the YouTube from the TV, that type of stuff is popping up. And I'm like, I don't want to see that. I'm tired of seeing that. So you see the steamer is getting hot. So now I'm finna steam it, because this is how you're going to shape the hat. And what I found out with these steamers, they say the less water you put in, the more it steams. So I be taking this, and I was filling it up. And they said, no, to get these little ones to go. And if you don't have a steamer, you could put a tea kettle on the stove or a pot of hot water. But they said that these little steamers is okay, but they don't get hot enough. They'll do the trick now for what I'm doing. So when you make the decision that you want to be a hat maker, I would say the number one thing for your hat making business is going to be a steamer and a really nice iron. And you don't mix the two. Like if you got that iron, use the iron specifically for your hats. Use it for your hats. And I like my brims to be really stiff. So if you like that, some people don't. Like this hat, like you'll get some of the people, they want their hat to be, they want to feel the felt, they want it soft and flexible. I don't know. I be liking my hats like a board. I like them that stiff and, but, to each his own, everybody pick kind of what they like. So, yeah, I'm trying to get this steamer to go really good and heat this up. But as you see, it's not doing what it needs to do. It's taking its time. But as the steamer heats up, you figure out what shape you want. So I'm giving it the fedora style. That's why I'm pinching this together. And then on each side, so I pinch this together like this. And then on each side, you see this side, I rub it in, and then I go under, because sometimes you can push too much down, depending on the width that you want it down. But you just keep till you shape it to the shape that you want. And then when you're done, you're going to let this hat dry like this, and then you'll have the fedora shape. So I'm learning a lot of stuff. So I be calling every hat a fedora. A lot of the hats that I have is felt, but every hat is not a fedora. Fedora is like that Inspector Gadget hat. So each one of these hats, they're unique and they have different names. So I don't know all the names yet. I'm learning. So yeah, I'm just heating this up real good, getting this felt, which is the fabric, pliable. So when I shape it, I'm going to let it dry like that. And when it dry like that, that's the shape that it'll take on. So when you guys see this hat again, I'm going to bend and put the sweatband in the inside. And I'm going to put the band going around. So I just kind of wanted to show y'all kind of a little bit more of what I do in the hat making process. So yeah, but I need to focus. It's hard for me to be online. I told you I get kind of nervous. So let me try to get this done and the way that I need this hat to be, the proper way. And when y'all see it again, I will have it complete. So you guys have a happy Saturday, okay? But yeah, I had to stop looking at some of that stuff because I'm like, wow. So yes, this YouTube channel is my little peace and joy where I can do my crafts and hobbies and things that I like to do and put it out there. And maybe it'll be somebody like me that is an introvert and they trying to find something that they enjoy doing. So I hope that these videos encourage you to bring out that Michael Jordan level talent that you got, and inspire you to want to do your hats and stuff or whatever it is that you decide you want to do. So you guys have an awesome day, okay? And when next time y'all see it, I'll have it done, okay? Toodles. All right, guys. The main thing that you guys want to get when you're making, when you decide that you want to get in the hat making business, you will need a hat block. And they have different sizes. So you go on Etsy and you'll speak. And this one I got off Etsy's from a seller. You'll speak where they'll send you an email message through Estes, and they're gonna need to know your size, because this is the blocks that before I even turn it into anything, the felt sits on that. That's why when y'all first saw it earlier, it kind of was sitting and kind of had that going on. You do that first. It's steam good for your face too. You do that first, and you let it sit all night over that, because that's going to make the felt expand. And then once you do that, once it sit there, you decide what shape you want your fedora to be. You got to make the decision. I want it, I always call everything a fedora. You make the decision. I want my hat to be like this. I want my hat to be like that. So once you make that decision, then you shape the hat. So now I'm going to let my hat pretty much dry like this. So once it dry like this, then I am going to take that shellac, which is this, but after it dry, y'all know I talk funny. Y'all see it? Y'all can find this on Estes. No, I'm sorry. Amazon. They got it in the spray kind too. That spray is, both of them is good, but the spray, when you use the spray, take a brush right away and rub it in, because if not, your hat gonna dry with all this fuzzy. You see how, well, y'all can't see it, but you see how this steam is going on the hat and it's giving it a white fog. If you spray the shellac on there and not rub it in, that's how your hat gonna dry. Your hat is gonna dry with a fog. So you don't want that to happen. So, yeah. So, yes, you definitely need a block. So, you need a block when you decide to get in this business and decide which block. I try to go a standard medium, which will be like the 22. And then when they say when you make the sweatband, the guy is making me one now. I'll show y'all. He said he's going to do it in a 23. But, yeah, you will need your customer's circumference going all the way around. And then you have to make sure when you finish that hat off that is that size, because you don't want to make a hat for your customer and they can't fit it. So, yeah. So, and when y'all was wondering, well, I was wondering, why do they foul the hats? Because like right now when I'm activating the steam, this hat is loose felt is coming loose. And I did actually sand this head already, but I just use the brush and get off whatever is left. So now I'm just gonna let my hat kind of dry, and once it dries, then the last thing I'll do is put the shellac on, put the sweatband. I'm not for sure if I want to do any painting, because you know a lot of times I will do some painting. I'm not for sure if I want to do any of that. So I just want to tell y'all that the block is real important. So that's going to make your hat be able to block good. So when I get done with this hat, I'll bring it back. I got this one off of Amazon, and this one is a short, very short. I like my hats to be a wide brim, and I can figure out, you know, what shape I want. So as always, guys, you guys have a great day. And when I get my hat completed, I will bring it back and let y'all see. Okay? Happy Saturday, guys. Toodles.